So, have you ever thought about the Qur'an, not just as a text you read, but as something else entirely? Like, what if it's a kind of blueprint, an actual architectural plan for reality itself? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today, this incredible vision of the text as a living, breathing, operational system.
And it all starts with this one single absolute declaration. I mean, this isn't just poetry. The source material makes it clear that this is foundational. The idea is that this light isn't just a part of the universe, it is the universe. It's the very fabric of existence itself. You get it? There's literally nothing outside of it. Okay, so let's get into how this actually works. Our first stop is a pretty mind-bending idea. We're going to talk about the role of darkness, and trust me, it's not what you think.
So, here's the big shift in perspective. According to this framework, we need to stop thinking of darkness as the opposite of light. Instead, imagine it's a lens. You know, a lens doesn't fight light, right? It focuses it. And that's the whole point. Darkness isn't the enemy. It's the medium that takes all this raw, scattered brilliance and provides the containment and the pressure needed to create one single, powerful, concentrated beam of mercy. And once you see this pattern, you start seeing it everywhere. It's absolutely fascinating. The Quran points it out in biology, the 3 darknesses of the womb during creation. It's in the cosmos, the deep, layered darkness of the ocean. And it's right there in human history, too, with these successive layers of trials. You've got Adam's test, the test of corruption with the people of Lut. It just keeps repeating.
But if you want to see this whole principle in action, in a single, powerful moment, you have to look at the story of Maryam. She gets to this point of just total despair. It's what the source calls a total convergence of darkness. It's hitting her on every level, physically, psychologically, and socially.
Yeah, think about that. Her trial is the perfect storm of these 3 layers of darkness. They're all piling on, all at once, compressing everything and pushing her right to the edge, to what has to feel like an absolute breaking point. And right there, at that moment of maximum compression, what happens? Allah gives her a single, simple command: shake the tree. And the result? It's not this huge, overwhelming miracle. It's not a flood of abundance. It's one single, decisive sign of mercy. One ripe date. Okay, so this right here is the crucial insight. You have to understand, Maryam's story isn't just a narrative. It's a demonstration of a fundamental law, almost like a law of physics. Many, many layers of darkness are compressed to produce one single concentrated point of mercy. And this ratio, this divine physics, you see it again and again. So that begs the question, right? If this is the law, then what's the structure it's all happening in? Well, that brings us to our next piece of the puzzle, the grander structure. We're talking about the architecture of reality itself, and it's all laid out for us in a really powerful metaphor. And the blueprint for this architecture? It comes directly from the Qur'an, in the famous verse of light. The whole thing kicks off with this image, this metaphor of a niche. So what exactly is this niche? Well, think about it. A niche in a wall doesn't create light, does it? No, it's a structure that's built to hold the light, to focus it. And according to this vision, that niche, that container, is human history itself. The whole thing. All of it shaped and carved out by trial after trial, designed for one purpose: to perfectly hold and concentrate divine guidance. It's a pretty epic idea. And this is where it gets really brilliant. Each part of the metaphor in the verse, it maps perfectly to other key stories and concepts right inside the Quran. So the niche, the container, you see that reflected in the story of the cave. The lamp inside, that's the book, the guidance. The glass protecting it, that's the idea of preserved truth. It's like this perfectly interlocking self-referential system. Everything connects. Okay, so let's put it all together now. We've got the law, how light emerges from darkness. And we've got the architecture, the niche that holds it all. When you bring those 2 things together, well, that's when a truly powerful, unified vision starts to take shape. And here it is. This is probably the biggest takeaway of the whole thing, and it completely flips how we usually think about overcoming challenges. The core insight is this: God doesn't get rid of the darkness first. Instead, he inserts light at the exact point where all the darkness has converged, at its most focused, its most intense point. So you can really see the process, step by step. First, The darkness prepares the space, the container. Then pressure comes in and focuses all that potential into one tiny spot. Step 3, mercy appears, right from that focal point. And finally, the guidance just accumulates, layer on top of layer, light upon light. So you see, the pressure isn't a setback. It's not a delay. It's the actual mechanism that makes the light possible. You know, this logic suddenly makes so many stories click into place. Think about Ibrahim being thrown into that fire, and it becomes cool and safe. Or how the truth about Isa survives even when people try to extinguish it. The trial, in this case, the fire, it doesn't create the light, and it doesn't destroy it. It just tests it. It's the test that reveals the oil's potential, its ability to glow all by itself. And this all builds to a final, really incredible conclusion. The Qur'an itself, it's not just a book about the lamp. In this vision, it is the lamp. It's a functional, active piece of this divine architecture, placed right here in the niche of our world. And it's fueled by this living, universal mercy that doesn't belong to any one group. So that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question to chew on. Is all of this just a kind of secret code hidden in a book? Or is it an invitation for us to see our entire reality in a new way? To stop seeing the world as just a series of random, chaotic events and start seeing it as a structured, coherent system, a divine architecture where light is always and very purposefully being focused right through the heart of darkness.